It is a great honor to talk about the humanitarian crisis currently going on all around the world. Before I go on to my point, I would like to introduce what is actually going on in this crisis. Thousands of families were torn apart and millions of people shed tears during the war in Afghanistan. Presently, the rapid evacuation of U.S. soldiers is happening and local civilians are desperately seeking help to leave Afghanistan. However, we shall not rest assured of the fact that the war has ended. If the Taliban seizes power over Afghanistan, the rights of women will be oppressed. To start, women above 12 years old are restricted to receive any kind of education. Furthermore, women should wear burqas and hijabs whenever they go outside. The Taliban claims that these forceful policies are made for safety reasons and are not a form of coercion. To counteract these preposterous actions, women are starting to protest against these unjustifiable laws. However, the Taliban continuously oppresses these protesting women in brutal ways, such as using weapons and violence. Therefore, we as an international body should actively find ways to solve this desperate situation going on. Our main priority is to guarantee the fundamental rights of women. Thus, we have to urge the Taliban forces to change and eliminate some policies which include reckless violence against women and to guarantee their right to protest. The United Nations have to press the Taliban to give women the right to vote and to lessen the cases of human rights violations. Second, the United Nations have to provide necessities such as water, food, and education for economically poor civilians. Third, countries need to come together and send several aircraft to Afghanistan to rescue helpless refugees and give them humanitarian aid. Fourth, our countries need to globally cooperate and keep trying to stop the Taliban from using forceful ways and violence against the innocent. Last but not least, since there is no point in panicking in this dreadful situation, the UN has the responsibility to strive to avoid violence between Afghan parties. The United Nations have to continuously provide temporary shelter and settlement so that innocent Afghan parties can refrain from hostilities and regain stability. To wrap up, it is urgent to support these Afghanistan refugees and to prevent women's rights from being violated. Therefore, we have to urge the Taliban forces to change several policies, provide humanitarian aid, and support by cooperating as a whole. Thank you for listening to my speech.